So I came across this really great quote by Wayne Dyer. If you don't know Wayne, he is known for manifesting and just kind of like speaking into existence amazing things in your life. The quote is, "It's never crowded along the extra mile." I am Coach Bobby Brown with Sober Life Right. What I do is I help people live their most amazing lives free from drugs and alcohol. I do that a couple of ways, through one-on-one coaching, hopefully through these videos. And then I've got some big dreams to do it a lot of other ways down the road. I'm going through the book, The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. Today we are on chapter 24. The principle is exceed expectations. Kind of talk about the book a little bit. I've got my copy right here. This is a top 5 book for me, absolute encyclopedia of principles and habits that successful people do. First came across this book actually while I was locked up in jail back in 2019. Somebody gave me this book and I had lots of time on my hands. Did not have a whole lot of social engagement, so taking my time. So I went through this book a chapter a day, tried to apply all the exercises, really gave it a chance to kind of like work in and learn and apply these principles to my life. And it's just been amazing for me. I'm going to put a link to the book in the description. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you use my link, I get a small commission. So if you do that, I really appreciate you. But regardless, just check the book out. If you are looking to improve your life, this book has an absolute roadmap to do that. This is a fairly short chapter, fairly basic principle. Right? So the whole premise of this is that like if you take on life and you do more than is expected of you, then there will be a payoff. I think back to my days running car repair shops, and my longtime mentor, Greg Sands, who taught me so much about business and life and mindset, like all these things that I now understand are like mindset shifts and just values and things that, like, at the time I had no idea like what he was really instilling in me. I just knew he wanted me to, just generate more revenue. And that was a byproduct, but what was really happening was he was helping me to develop into the kind of man that would be successful. And we used to have these sales meetings on a regular basis. And he was real big on features and benefits. You know, it was a high-end car repair shop. We were very focused on having the absolute best benefits. We had the best warranty in the business at the time. We had longer hours than most other shops. We had customer shuttles back before that was a thing. We focused on same-day service. You know, we tried to hire the best quality technicians. We paid more money than most people did. We looked at certification, like all these things that he had developed to, he said, okay, like how can we be the best? And that's what he focused on. And then from a customer service standpoint, like the attention to detail on like little things. I remember we used to have umbrellas by the front door. And like one of our things was, if somebody's training, like grab the umbrella, run out of the car and get the umbrella for them. Like these little things that have nothing to do with fixing a car, but it's these little things that make a difference to a customer. Always paying attention to the little things, you know, hey, if you see somebody come in, you immediately give them some eye contact and some sort of acknowledgement that they're there. It may seem so small, but like going through it, I'm sure you've been too, like I'll walk into a place and you've got the employee, you know, they know you're there, but they got something else going on. Maybe they're on the phone, maybe they're handling business. So it's not like they're just outright ignoring you, but they don't make eye contact. And that's one of the things that it doesn't bother me as much these days. I've done a lot of work on just accepting people are where they're at, kind of understanding, okay, hey, people got stuff going on. But I know for a long time, like to the point that like my family members would not want to go certain places with me because if customer service was bad, I was gonna be an asshole about it. I was gonna let you know that you were providing bad service, and it would get under my skin because like in my work life, it was so like it was ingrained. It was like beat into me. Like, we take care of customers. We're polite. You're there to serve. You're here. That's who writes your paycheck. And I'm just really, really grateful that that was something that was instilled in me. And I think now about like, how can I take that into my coaching? You know, I've learned that with like, if you're going to exceed expectations, there's a couple things you got to do. First off, you absolutely must know what the expectation is to begin with. And you have to meet that. You know, in the car repair business, it's real easy. I could do everything right. I could go get the door for you. I could walk you through the rain. I could, hey, while you had to get your car fixed, I could take you to pick up your kids and run around town and do errands. I do like all these other things. But if your car's not fixed, none of that matters. Okay. So you have to start by being really good at what you do. I've been working on Sober Life Right for over 3 years. I started coaching my very first client 3 years ago because I knew I was new and I wasn't sure. I knew I'd been coaching people for a long time, but never directly one-on-one towards their goals. So I wasn't real sure how that was going to look. So I did my first coaching for free. My first coaching client, Nicole, I coached her for close to a year, I think. And we meet weekly and we go through what she was working on. By the way, Nicole is killing it. She's got over 3 years clean. She's involved in her community. She's working in recovery. She's down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Just so proud of her, just killing it. We still text. She gets my text daily. She texts me on a fairly regular basis. But I had to put in that time to kind of learn, could coaching be done virtually? Well, guess what? I know it can. You know, I coached a girl that's several states over on a weekly basis and was able to make a positive impact in her life. About a year and a half into the business, you know, I had to look at some other things, financial, and how I was gonna, like, I wasn't ready to support myself fully on this, and I knew that I needed to get in reps. So I started looking for a job as a recovery coach. And I was lucky enough to land a role with a place called Houston Recovery Center, where working in the nonprofit world, I got to work just a massive, massive caseload, like double what somebody should probably realistically be taking on active. And then probably 3 to 4 times that inactive, people that I was, you know, one-time coaching, maybe 1 or 2, where I'm just making a small period impact that I can tend to overlook. But then I'll have somebody come to me, I'll run into somebody 6 months later that I talked to one time, don't remember the conversation, don't remember them. But I've had multiple instances where somebody say, hey, I just want to let you know, like, you really, what you said to me changed my life, it impacted me. And it reinforces my belief, like, this doesn't have to be all that complicated. You know, at the end of the day, living an amazing life for me just comes down to, like, what are my daily habits? What do I do? Like, one of the big, and I'll give you just a free nugget right here. If you want to change your life, if you want to be happier, just do this one thing. And I promise you, I guarantee 90 days, you will be happier. Write a gratitude list every morning. 5 things you're grateful for, you know? And don't miss a day. Like, that's real important. You can't miss a day. If you miss a day, it doesn't work. You know, the second you miss a day, you tell your brain that gratitude's not that important. But if you do it every single day, you will literally rewire your brain to find reasons to be grateful for what's happening in your life. And when you're in gratitude, you can't help but be happy. Like you can't, when you're able to see the silver lining in things, you suddenly take on this optimistic personality, like life is better. Nothing external has to change. It's all internal. So that alone, save yourself money on coaching. Just do that. Do that consistently and your life will change. And maybe that's one of the reasons behind these videos. Maybe this is one of the ways that I can exceed expectations. Let me just give it away. Like, I'm a big believer. I believe in these principles. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe that that if I just focus on serving and helping others, that the right people are going to find me. That I don't have to go looking for it. I'm going to do the steps, though. I have goals, so I'm going to do the steps that I need to get in front of the right people and to work on my business, because I have bigger dreams than just coaching people. I have dreams of creating opportunities for coaches, creating opportunities for people in recovery, giving more people a chance to make some meaning out of the mess they've made of their lives. I believe that good coaching can save lives, with the way the drugs are today and fentanyl, and how easy it is for somebody just one time, like using one time, your very first time, there's a huge risk of dying. So I believe that the work that I'm doing is absolutely got the potential to save lives. And the more people that I talk to, the more people that they talk to. Like, my logo is the drop of water, man. It's a ripple effect. Like, one person can make a difference. And I feel a responsibility to do my part in that. So please check out the book. Jack's got more information in there than I could ever possibly cover, but I like to just share my perspective on these things. If you like these videos, please ring the bell, subscribe, please leave comments, please share this if you know somebody. If this is your first video and this is the first principle you've looked at, this is number 24. I've already got 23 others. I think there's 63 or 67 total principles in the book. I'm going to go through a principle a day until we've worked all the way through them. And then, so let's talk about coaching. If you're sober now, you're living a life free from drugs and alcohol, and that's the only people I work with. I don't work with people that are actively using or that want to do moderate using. Like, it's not that I couldn't coach you. It's just it's not what my mission is. If you are either already sober or you are ready to commit and make the decision to live a sober life, and you feel like there's value in having a coach walk you through it. And like, what is a coach? As a coach, I do a lot of things. I help people come up with solid plans. I help people with resources. I help provide. I walk the walk. I am living out my own plans on a daily basis. I help people with accountability. I help people with structure and systems. I'm a bridge builder. Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins' right-hand guy, I guess, has a great way of describing what a coach does. If you're here and you want to be here, you can go the long way and you can go through all the mistakes to get to it. Coach is a bridge builder. I was at a low point. I will compare bottoms with anybody. Where I'm at today is pretty amazing, and I know how to get there, and I may be able to save you a lot of time, money, heartache by working together. And then I'm a truth teller. I'm that person that will let you know when the things you're telling yourself don't make sense, good or bad. So if that's something that interests you, then just DM coach or DM me coach, put coach in the comments, visit my website, soberliferight.com, and we can talk and see if we're a good fit. Hope everyone has an amazing day.